premium pays and premium winning lines for this week 51 Australian week for 2025-2026 season. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. I'm doing justice to my last week promise of telling you guys that I'll be here to continue in our video recording series to ensure that everybody at least has a premium pay to make use of and be in good profit. Once again, congratulations to every one of you that actually used our premium pay for last week. Our main premium pay for last week was number 5 and number 23. And I clearly stated that 23 is going to pick a full-time draw. Okay. So for this week, we also have another premium pay, which I am going to dish out to every one of you. And I'll also tell you guys the one that is going to pick a draw from there. So stay close till the end of this video recording series to discover this and also make some good money out of it. Let's get started. We have a couple of observations here that has come to stay. But before we go into the observations proper, it will really go a long way to help you guys. I want to tell you guys that from the booklet we purchased for this particular Australian season, one of the sequences that sets in week 47 has actually set again, and it's courtesy of a sequence that comes from the special advanced fixtures. If you go to the special advanced fixtures and you locate high score quiz column, box 1 and box 9 of the high score quiz must carry the same family series numbers. Whenever setting comes since the inception of this season, since the English season, it has always been dishing out 3 from 4 or 4 from 5 or 5 from 6 full-time draws. So for this particular week, it's actually giving us 4 from 5 full-time draws. The 4 from 5 is just the one that plays 1/2 is the pay that comes with it, and the remaining ones, which is 3/3, is the one that delivers. And it's been playing since the inception of this season. I think it started in week 12, repeated in week 32, repeated in 36, repeated in 39, repeated in 41, repeated in 45, repeated in week 47, repeated also this particular week. Came also this particular week. Okay, it also came in week 36. Okay, so in all those weeks, we've actually gone through it and it has been playing. Okay, since we got it in week 47, it delivered us. Definitely, it will deliver also this particular week. So if you're interested in the 3 draws and the pay, send me a message on WhatsApp via the number in the description of this video recording series. Let's get to discuss business and I'll dish it out to you. Remember, it's not free. I charge for my weekly or monthly subscription. Okay, away from that, let's go to the next paper, which has to do with the soccer research paper. On soccer research paper here, at the time of doing this video recording series, we only had a sequence from page 2, the cartoon box here. And from the cartoon box here, we have 2 write-ups. The first write-up states that who says we are too soon to be joyous? Then from the other write-up, they said the response is the losers. Now we have joyous, we have losers. And from one end, the cartoon is divided into 2 parts. The first part harbors 2 players, one with shirt number 25, the other player shirt number I can't really say. Then on the other part where we have the losers, we have shirt number 3 and shirt number 28 players. So what this clearly states that is that from these 2 fractions, either the left hand side is going to deliver as 2/2 draw, or the right hand side is going to deliver as 2/2 draw. So definitely there will be a draw from this set of numbers indicated here. Okay, away from that, we didn't really find any other sequence here. from the soccer research paper. I'm not going to be boring you with a lot of sequences. We come over to where we have page 3 of soccer research, where we have tips for the pool column. Now we have 3 numbers on top of the tips for the pool column. When you add the first number to the second number, it's going to give you the third number as result. Now what does this mean? This can actually do 3 over 3 full-time draws. It can also do 0 over 3 full-time draws. Now I don't so much trust a sequence like this on NAP. NAP deceives us a lot, because we have a similar sequence from Capital International paper from last week and this week. It deceived us woefully. So this is a 50-50 game. So if you can risk it, you can just try with a little amount, 4, 30, 34 for 3 over 3, because of this particular sequence. Away from that, we move over to the next paper on our list, which happens to do with the Bob Morton International paper. And here on Bob Morton International paper, we have a sequence here from page 1 that states that whenever the Joker's pair harbors 2 family series number, there are always 2 dead games. That is in the English season. All through the English season, there are always 2 dead games. Then the following week, the 2 numbers that are going to be placed there must produce 1 over 2 full-time draws. That is the following week. But this is Australia. It can actually convert into playing 2 over 2 full-time draws. So if you have the funds, you can try it out. Away from that, on page 2 of this paper, we also have another sequence here, which I think with a 80% chance it might go 3 over 3 full-time draws. And this sequence comes from the cartoon box section, where we have 2 players with shade number 11 and 15, and we have a write-up. And the write-up states that we only have 4 minutes to go. And I've always told you guys, whenever we have the number 4 in digits instead of weights, any number represented at the cartoon box in digits instead of weights can actually do 3 over 3, can actually draw rather. So here we have 4 in digits in the write-up. Now if you add number 4, which is in digits, to the first shade number, which is number 11, it's going to give you a result which is number 15, which is the second shade number, player shade number. So 4, 11 and 15 can do 3 over 3. That is why I'm saying you can do 3 over 3 with 80% possibility. So it's worth trying out 4, 11, 15. Okay, away from that, we didn't find any other one here. So we move to page 3. Where on page 3 also, we have the cartoon box here, which states that with a write-up that says that play with intensity and keep the tempo high to wear them down. You have shade number 16 to the left and shade number 27 to the right. Cannot relate what can happen there, so we are going to leave it there and go to the last paper on our video. On the last paper here, we have a repetition of a similar setting that came last week. The setting came from the tri-column, where on the tri-column, if you add the second number on try to the third number on try, it's going to give you the fourth number on try. Okay, it came last week. Now for this particular week, the second number here is 7, the third number is 23, 7 plus 23 is 30, then that happens to be the third number. Okay, it came last week and did 0 over 3 full-time draws from there. The same setting, the same positioning. So whenever something happens like that and reappears again immediately the following week, it is worth trying out 7, 23, 30 for 3 over 3 full-time draws. It can actually play out. So that is just it. If you have the funds, you can actually try it out. Okay, away from that, we go to page 3. We're on page 3. As at the time of this recording, I don't really think we had a reliable system from page 3. So we move to page 4. On page 4 also, we did not really find a reliable system from here. So that will be the end of this video recording series. But before we call it a day, as I promised you guys, we have a very reliable pair that is is going to do 1/2 full-time draw, just like last week. Okay, and the pair has it that I'm not going to, just like I did last week, just only for my premium subscribers. I'm not going to dish out the sequence that brought it, but just know that we have a page this week, and it has to do with game number 5 and also game number 14 to give us 1/2 full-time draw. Game number 5 and game number 14 for 1/2 full-time draw. Now, if you want to go memory lane, remember number 5 actually failed last week, and if you go back to the previous week, number 14 actually picked a draw. Okay, so if you want to do justice to it, I would really go for number 5 to be a full-time draw this particular week, and number 14 to fail. It might fail, it might play, it might do 2/2, but trust me, always treat pay as pay. 5 and 14 is a must for 1 or 2 full-time draws. We have 2 sequences that has projected. The first one, I got it this week. It has been playing since week 48, 49, and week 50. The game of Newcastle O. There's a sequence of Newcastle O that has been producing 4/4 full-time draws since week 48. Now, it has come again this particular week, and it has produced 4/4 full-time draws. So if you're interested in it, I'll still give it out to you once you subscribe to our weekly plans. We have 2 sets of games for this week, the one from our booklet and the one I just purchased from Newcastle or sequence. Okay, if you're interested in it, shoot me a message via inbox and WhatsApp, and we'll get to this business and make money together. I've released the pair for this week, and I've also given you the ones I suggest we'll draw this week. Kindly make use of it judiciously and be in good profit. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. See you next week, as I'm going to find out time to continue making videos for you guys and ensure that we make some cool money before the end of this Australia. Thank you, and do have a lovely week ahead. Bye for now.